important in the future, are traditionally developed and nurtured and taught in the area of social sciences and humanities. What does it mean for the future programs development and delivery in very practical terms? We need, now I will use another buzzwords, we will need to make interdisciplinary programs to transcend all those courses or teaching methods that are incorporated into courses about society, about relationships in the society, policies, how to deal with them, and all those topics that are reserved for social sciences. So, having said all that, I would now like to put more light into how all these findings translate into development context. For countries such as Serbia or various other middle-income countries, how this skills gap will translate to their development, or which challenges here we need to be aware of. First, what we were all optimistic about, and hopefully it reflects in our economic development, is that there was an important opportunity from the Industry 4.0, from the technology shift. Creative disruption is going on, and we are traditionally strong in countries, in middle-income countries, like Serbia, like Romania, like various other countries of similar development path. We are strong in STEM sciences, in mathematics, in engineering. And it creates a huge opportunity for innovative startups, IT industry that is emerging, and it's good development that is happening. What is not good is that the same countries are relatively weaker, and it's also a part of the legacy, of tradition, of consequence of authoritarian regimes where social sciences were considered as dangerous and needed to be under watch of political authorities, and they were not developed under meritocratic framework, neither being incentivized to do relevant studies and to develop excellence on a world scale, excellence, not locally. What is the consequence of this? The consequence on the labor and in pair with the structure of the economy, which is on one side dominated by the state, especially on the demand side for professions that are issued by the social science programs, education, segment of the education, which is state. It's very formalistic. They ask to have a paper or degree on this and that, not whether you are a creative thinker, problem solver, and so on. On the other side, there are low labor costs attracted for indirect investment, who are not so demanding, let's say, for skilled labor force. I would like here to raise two possible consequences on the labor market and on this potential for using market pressure to stimulate development of the education that we need globally, and we also need in these countries. And it's very much connected with what you have mentioned, that they are meaningful only when we have a socially responsible market. In other situations, it may even be dangerous to erode the independence of the academic sector. I would like to share with you here one graph. So first, this graph illustrates the share of scientific publications on SCE.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I don't know how that
It's
works.
okay.
They are a result of a research, and the author is sitting here in the third row. He scraped all the data from the Web of Science on all scientific publications in the world and calculated the share of Serbia across various fields of science and subfields, disciplines. And what we see, disciplines and agricultural sciences are well developed. How it, okay, just one more graph. How it translates to the economic development? Well, to be able to scale up and to well manage and to reach global market with new startups in IT, we need to have good skilled people in organization, communication, management, leadership, and so. What we have in reality is, in fact, that the most of these companies are outsourcing companies for global market. Very few exceptions are those that succeeded to get value from their innovation and to develop it on a global scale. On the other side, how it translates, in my personal opinion, on the level of the development of the society is that on a global level where we all agree which skills are there. My concern here is that having this situation in many developing countries may result in significant brain drain on one side of
and is resulting,
skills,
right?
is already resulting, and on the other side it will undermine and even deepen the gap in terms of development, and we may miss the opportunity to catch up on this technological shift, which is in our favor given that we are strong in IT and technology. I tried to draw some graph. Those points are different countries. This on the vertical axis we see the share of publications in social sciences in all other scientific publications, relevant scientific publications in this country. And here we have a ranking on Human Development Index by United Nations. Here we have GDP per capita. So it's not the fruit of some detailed analysis, econometrics and so on, but it's worth seeing that there might be some relationship between the development, level of development of the society and of the economy with the strengths in social science, in education and research, which is very much connected in social sciences, meaning our knowledge and our skills about how to organize ourselves and how to solve problems of the society. Thank you. I hope this will open new questions.
So 3 comments as promised, and then we'll proceed to meet Mr. Shridit. Yes.
Just to try to point out the one important thing today for generations that are coming, that is personalization. What do you think about personalization of the education and personalization of the skills acquired? Because obviously it's not possible to prepare everything for everybody
Well, I think that new technologies and educational tools that that are already offered, and they will be even better, like online courses and flexible modular programs, are definitely helping in adapting education to each individual. Is that something what you have asked? But what I also think in the future, the contact teaching will be the best way to transmit all those soft skills at once and transmit hard knowledge about certain topics. So maybe these methods can help in personalization on various sites.
Yes?
I just wanted to comment briefly on your suggestion that social science should be incorporated into other subject areas because of the soft skills that it imparts. I think that's very true. I don't know how to go about it, because the problem is if you add a little bit of social science into the mix, it doesn't quite cut it. It isn't quite enough. And you get these really strange phenomena. For example, I'm an anthropologist, so I study other cultures, and I see these sort of courses they give to managers and tech staff of cross-cultural awareness. I can only laugh at it. It's a joke. So you have these sort of strange attempts to incorporate, and this is an awareness of the need, but I don't think it works, and I wonder if it's not better to simply have some people like that on the teams, especially if you want to get into the global market, say into Asia.
More questions? Have one question left. So I've been having a problem for a while with the distinction between hard skills and soft skills. I mean, if we are talking about, say, critical thinking or problem solving, why is it a soft skill? Why is it not a hard skill in today's reality, when we need every graduate to be able of critical thought and critical action and sound judgment and solving any problems they face in the workforce and beyond?
You are right. I just try to simplify their across this hard to teach or easy to teach dimension. I don't think.
I'm not sure critical thinking is easy to teach.
I think in current setting, with all the not old people, but with people from all. But you said that not you, but from your
The
speech.
content of my presentation is different.
Not you.
You'll apologize later. Go on.
I think that they are hard from this perspective because they are traditionally not intentionally integrated into curricula. They're transversal, and they are upon on the awareness of instructors, of teachers, how much they are going to be developed through the lectures. They're only now at advanced schools being systematically taught and integrated. So that's why I said hard, but I personally believe that it's very important. It's key also to deal, and I see there that there is much more responsibility from the scientists and from university in the society, especially today where we are facing, as we call it, post-truth world, where there are fake news, there is no official truth. Everything can be said officially and without, which can be contested with facts immediately. So critical thinking is something that will make society more resilient. And if we educate from primary school kids to be able to take different perspectives and to question and to take a specific knowledge from various disciplines and to make some assumptions and conclusions with that, we will be able to deal, and the university and academic community will be able to help the society to stay stable, at least, to name
Okay.
it like that.
Ms. Chairwoman, can I just tag on to what you asked, and thank you for the question. I really, really am glad you said that, because we have to unhinge this language, even to refuse to use it that way. Just by the sheer practicality of the hard skills are gonna be the one